So the second tip is very, very important. Structuring your ideas. Okay, so how to structure your ideas? You know that structuring your ideas is very important, but I'm going to teach you how to structure your ideas. Okay, I'm going to give you two scenarios. Read it very carefully and then give me the answer. Okay, so scenario A. I'm going to give three sentences. I'm going to read it and then you listen. It's a kind of small event, a story. And then I'm going to give you another scenario. The queen suddenly grew dizzy and collapsed. That's the first sentence. The king gave her a drink. The queen suddenly grew dizzy and collapsed. The king gave her a drink. And then the queen rose gracefully and smiled at the king. That's the scenario A. Scenario B. The queen rose gracefully and smiled at the king. The king gave her a drink. What happened? The queen suddenly grew dizzy and collapsed. Okay, so these are the scenarios. I have used the same sentences, but I have structured it in a different way. Now the question is, when was the drink turned as poison? Scenario A or B? Please use your chat room and give me the answer. When was the drink turned as poison?
B, 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 B.
A or B?
We have a lot of responses saying it's B, sir.
Okay, nice. Yes. So now you know the power of structuring the ideas. You know, the same sentences you put in different places, it gives different meaning. So I will also would like to give another example how structuring is very important, not only in NGO, it is in the human life, you know. See, there is one vertical line, horizontal line, small to small circles and big circle and something there. And then I want to put all these elements together like this. So you can come to some understanding of, when I put all these elements together. And how about this? Then the whole thing gives a new meaning. The same vertical, horizontal lines with two small circles with a big circle, and it gives a new meaning. You know, how about this? This also gives a new meaning, but it adds some more emotions. Now, so when you structure your words, it becomes songs. When you structure your sounds, it becomes a music. When you structure your sounds, movements, it becomes a dance. When you structure your materials, it becomes a product. When you structure all the audio visuals, it becomes a cinema. So you want to build a house, you structure it, you construct it. So all our communication, we have to construct it. Even these slides, now when you present your slides, you are constructing something to give a new meaning. And if that new meaning is added with emotions, then you can have an impactful communication. Now, how to structure it? That's what I'm going to give you three ways in which you can structure your ideas. One is logical flow of ideas. Next one is how to prioritize and how to engage and retain. Okay, so there are these three ways in which you can structure your ideas. Oh, how to do logical flow of ideas. Now, see, as you saw in the first project, when you make dramatizing, Dramatizing, you talk about characters, you talk about stories, you talk about emotions, you talk about turning points. And but here in structuring your ideas, you have to use your mind, logical mind. It can go from the context. You give a roadmap where you want to reach, and what is the first step, what are the next steps, logical, and then you review it, and what are the takeaways. You have to be very, very logical. So I will also give you an example. It is called PC. You can remember it as police constable. Uh, Whoever in which country it is called police constable. You give the purpose, and the purpose is very clear. We aim to provide clean drinking water to 1,000 families in drought affected areas, and you give the context. So first the purpose and the context. This can be also called PSC, police sub inspector. Uh, like problem, solution, and impact. This high contamination levels in local water resources, that is a problem, solution, and the impact. Reduction of waterborne diseases by 70% in the first year. So if you remember the PC and PSI, you can structure your ideas logically, and then how to prioritize your ideas. Uh, See, this Barbara Minto pyramid. In all your newspapers, you can find this pyramid way of expression. Start with the key message. If you read the first para of any message in the newspaper, you get the thing. And you don't need to go. If you're interested, then the supporting details are there. Then add the context or background. Okay, so start with the key message. The example here is every $50 you donate provides a family with clean water for a year. Thing is very clear, and you have the call to action, and you know the problem, and you know the context there and the impact. And then you go with the details. So like PC and PSC, you should also remember this pyramid method, where you can, even in all the day-to-day interpersonal communication, don't just go around beating around the bush. Just tell the important key message first, and then go to the details. So how to structure your ideas and get the engagement and retention. Retention is very, very important. So there are 4 ways in which you can do it. Like, make digestible sections in your, if you write an article, for example, if you write a project concept note, project proposal, make a small subheading and make a paragraph with single idea. So you make everything with a digestible sections. There should be an order. And as we already said, make a emotional story with a real life example. And regarding data, I'm going to say it later, but adding data to the story is very, very important. And then reinforcing key points. This is very important. Summarizing can be done in many ways. Summarizing, when you finish a paragraph, the last sentence can summarize the whole thing, and then you can repeat it. Repeating is always repeating is helpful to remind the listener, remind the whoever gets the message. So this is how you can engage and retain your ideas.